The most exhausting thing you will ever do has nothing to do with physical effort. It is the war you wage inside your own mind every single day. You haven't said the wrong thing. You haven't made the catastrophic mistake you've been replaying for the last 3 hours. The conversation you keep dissecting probably meant far less to the other person than it does to you right now. And the future you're dreading, the one your mind has mapped out in vivid, terrifying detail, most likely will never happen. What overthinking actually does to your brain. Understanding what overthinking does at a neurological level changes everything, because once you see it clearly, you cannot unsee it. When you overthink, your brain's default mode network, the neural system responsible for self-referential thought, rumination, and mental time travel, becomes chronically overactive. It pulls you out of the present moment and locks you into a loop of past regret and future anxiety. Studies consistently show that an overactive default mode network is directly linked to higher rates of depression, anxiety disorders, and chronic dissatisfaction with life. At the same time, the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational decision-making, perspective, and emotional regulation, becomes fatigued. The more mental energy you burn running scenarios that don't exist, the less cognitive capacity you have for the real decisions, real relationships, and real experiences directly in front of you. Overthinking doesn't just steal your peace. It physically depletes you. Why you can't just stop thinking about it? The most common and least useful advice given to overthinkers is to simply stop. Just don't think about it. Let it go. Move on. If it were that simple, you would have done it already. The reason overthinking is so difficult to interrupt is because it masquerades as productivity. Your brain justifies it. It tells you that if you think about the problem long enough, carefully enough, from every possible angle, you will eventually find the solution, the safety, the certainty you're looking for. But overthinking never delivers certainty. It manufactures the illusion of control while actually deepening anxiety. The more you analyze, the more variables emerge. The more variables emerge, the more uncertain things feel. The more uncertain things feel, the more your brain insists on thinking harder. It is a loop designed to feel like progress while going absolutely nowhere. Recognizing this pattern, seeing it for exactly what it is the first and most critical step toward breaking free from it. The root cause most people miss: overthinking is almost never about the thing you think it's about. On the surface, you might be obsessing over a work decision, a relationship dynamic, or a financial concern. But underneath those specific thoughts, the engine driving the entire cycle is almost always one of 3 things: a deep intolerance of uncertainty, an unmet need for control, or unprocessed fear that has never been given the space to be fully acknowledged. The real work of overcoming overthinking is not mental. It is emotional. It requires learning to sit with discomfort without immediately reaching for a thought to resolve it. It requires developing a tolerance for the unknown, which is, ultimately, a tolerance for being fully alive. Practical strategies that actually work. The first strategy is scheduled worry time. This sounds counterintuitive but is backed by substantial clinical research. Rather than trying to suppress anxious thoughts throughout the day, which only amplifies them, you designate a specific 15-minute window each day as your designated thinking time. When an intrusive thought arrives outside of that window, you acknowledge it and consciously postpone it. I hear you, we'll address that at 5 p.m. Over time, this trains your brain to stop treating every anxious thought as an emergency that demands immediate attention. For any decision that will not meaningfully matter in 5 years, give yourself 2 minutes to decide and then commit fully. Indecision is not safety. It is prolonged discomfort with the illusion of being thorough. Every moment you spend inside the loop is a moment taken from the life that is genuinely available to you right now.